got to relax and time it, when to go, because if you look at his form recently, he's throwing it through people's legs and he's doing his Cruyffs and all that. His goal the other week was fantastic, the way he burst forward. But when you play for England, you've got to be a little bit more disciplined.
I think he did have more discipline for England. Are you on about his lack of discipline for Forest?
Yes, for Forest.
And maybe that's sometimes, again, experience. He's trying too hard. When the team's in trouble, you can try too much. But that's where that experience will kick in over the next few years. Obviously, when to sit and when to start chasing people and closing people down.
Is Kobbie Mainoo a bit more 50-50 for you for the England squad, which on the one hand sounds daft, doesn't it? Because he started the last Euros final. I mean, he was so important.
Yeah, but when he wasn't playing regularly over the last few months, people like other players do go ahead of you. That's the name of the game you're in. If you're not playing regularly, players come and pass you. But then the last few months, and he's shown a good maturity in terms of even his goal a few weeks ago, and then I remember his tackle against Brentford that led to a goal. So yeah, he would he'd be disappointed if he doesn't make it, but he's making a late push for it. But again, in terms of his talent, and he made the squad, and he would be surprised. So maybe games like today, sometimes you just need to do something in the game today that might get the England manager to go, yeah, I want to take him with us.
He needs to go. 100% he should be on the plane. His turning form has been almost unbelievable in terms of being out in the cold and then turning it round, because don't forget, there's a lot of pressure. So psychologically, you're thinking, can he deal with that? Yes, he's playing for a big club, but coming and to be able to perform like he has done, he's got to be on the plane.
It's interesting for the England manager. Obviously, he's got high-class problems, but do you go with the lads who've got you there and there's a bit of loyalty, or do you go with the form players? In terms of form, then he's got a great chance.
But we know he can do it on the big stage, like you said, in the Euros final. He was there. He was probably one of England's best players in that tournament, so for sure.
And he's in a good place, and he signed a new deal, so the feel-good factor will be there with him.
If you go on form, you take Morgan Gibbs-White as well. I mean, I realised at this stage I'm putting about 40 players in this England squad. but you do, don't you, if you're going on form?
Yeah, well, he's done, again, very, very well. I think a lot of the Forest players have impressed me over the last few months with the chopping and change of managers, the distraction of Europe, and I thought that might cost him in terms of the relegation fight, but they've done very well. His form has been excellent, a big player from... But again, there's only so many players you can bring, and he's in tough competition with other players. Again, the England manager has got big decisions to make. Again, great problems to have, but his form, again, we go back to it, is very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, 10 goals and 3 assists in 26. On form, he should be in, but the players that are ahead of him, I don't think he goes.
Even if those players ahead of him are out of form?
Well, just higher ceiling. Yes, I don't think he goes.
Okay, all right. As far as Manchester United are concerned, it is Casemiro's final home appearance at Old Trafford. Some of those fans, that one in particular, wants him to stay with one more year, but he is definitely gone once this season is over. See you in a couple of minutes.
Michael, thanks so much for joining us. Final home game of the season this weekend. Champions League football secured a good time to reflect on things, I suppose. When you came in back in January, you said about a big job to do. What were those first things on the list that you wanted to get done here?
To make sure everyone's together was a big part of it. I think there's a lot of talented people in the football club in different roles, different responsibilities. Players obviously get the main attention and kind of rightly so, but there's making sure we're all together and looking after each other, pulling in the same direction, and then letting the talent kind of flow from there, you know. And that's probably been the biggest thing that we've gone for, the spirit, the belief, the looking after each other, and that's taken us so far quite a long way.
It looked like the club needed calm as much as coaching in that moment. Did you feel that was a responsibility of yours to come in and provide that stability? That's a word that's been used a lot.
Yeah, I'd say so. And happily admit that in terms of the preference or priority was for that of of managing the group, managing the club, managing the situation a little bit, and giving us the platform really to be able to go and perform, you know. And there's the elements of the balance of the coaching and how we want to kind of progress that through the season, and of getting the balance with how much we went down that route, how much we went down the belief in the confidence in the players and supporting the players. So it's not clean cut one or the other. It's trying to get that balance right, but we definitely prioritised, I'd say, the emotional side and the support side and the control and the stability side, and try to progress it from there.
Interesting you mentioned there the confidence, because I listened to Bruno Fernandes, who did an interview with Gary Neville for Sky, and he was saying that before you came in they'd concede a goal and straight away they'd feel like, oh, it's happening again. You know, that confidence, that belief in themselves wasn't there. How did you go about changing that to a team now that looks like they're brimming with confidence? Just
try and be there to show them support and understand. Listen, it's an unbelievable position to be in. It's a dream position to be in, to play for this football club, but it can be challenging, and there's ups and downs, and you've got to be ready to go through them. You've got to understand, actually, you're not going through them on your own. We can all be there for each other, and you're not fighting your own battle. I think that's important to understand. And confidence is a funny thing in sport, and sometimes it can come back really quickly, but more the belief. You know, I've got so much belief in the group of players, and I think that's probably more of words, but I think it's probably more of how you act and how you show that then feeds off into them, and the boys have taken it on really well.
Was there specific techniques as well, day to day, like showing them clips of them when they were at their best, or little things like that you did?
There's little things you can do. I think in the end it's your behaviours and how you treat them, the players, how you treat the staff, and treating each other, basically. I think there's it's not one meeting or one thing that you do that kind of sets the whole kind of narrative or direction that you want to go in. I think it's just daily behaviours and how you treat people and speak to people, and trying to get the best out of the players, for sure. In the end, that's what we're all here for. So keep trying to do that.
So that's kind of the side away from the pitch, and on the pitch, switching the formation, going to the four at the back. Did you know as soon as you came in that you wanted to set up that way tactically, and what did that get out of your team straight away?
Yeah, we had to know straight away, because I think the first training session was Wednesday. We played City on the Saturday, so
quick turnaround.
We had to act fast. Yeah, it just felt a natural decision and a natural direction for us to go in. Of how we wanted the team to look a little bit, really, to be honest. And we obviously got off to a really good start. The boys took a lot of the information on really well, really quickly, and then we kind of took it step by step after that. And
tactically as well, moving Bruno Fernandes into the 10. He's got so much praise this season, such an incredible season that he's had.
It's time to enjoy, but to enjoy competing for the 3 points, because we want to prove ourselves, to show our quality, our personality as a team, and this is a fantastic stadium to do it.
Manchester United against Nottingham Forest, one of 6 live games. Nice.
Did putting him in that role make such a difference for him in terms of the creativity and what it's unlocked? As he said recently, it gets the best out of him, that position.
I've known Bruno. I was here when he arrived at the club and worked with him then for quite some time. I've known him, and I just felt in my eyes, I prefer him in that position. I think he's really dangerous. I think he can do a lot of good things, Bruno, and all over the pitch, and to adapt and play different roles, he shows he can do that. And there's times when he needs to do that for the team, but for me, ultimately play him in that position where he can use his real strengths, and he's been a big impact. Well, he's definitely had a big impact on us over the last few months.
I've seen that someone might call this the Bruno Fernandes season, which probably pretty accurate because of the impact he's had. But there's other players as well that feel like they've really been unlocked since you've arrived, and one in particular is Kobbie Mainoo, who signed a new contract recently. What version of him do you think we're seeing at the moment?
Yeah, first of all, I think Bruno will admit himself, it's not about him, it's about the team. He said it himself. He picked up footballs and he picks up a lot of awards, and it's great for him.
He
and rightly
enjoys it,
so,
but it's
and
about the
rightly
team.
so, of course, yeah. But I think he totally understands how important the team and the whole group are for that. But yeah, Cobby's done he's done really well. I think part of being a young player at the top level is you're going to get ups and downs. You're going to have periods in your career where it goes really well. You're going to have more challenging ones where you lose form maybe, or you get injured, or you're out the team, and that's natural. I don't think there's many, if any, career that's gone.
There you go. There are the
And kept
smiles
going
at Old Trafford. Look, Forest have the ability here, don't they, Roy, to cause United problems, particularly now they have these two up front and Gibbs White coming off the line.
Yeah, and you got some of the better players back. And again, I always think for players going to play at Old Trafford, they'd want to make an impression. It's still a big occasion at Old Trafford. So for the team coming, the Forest lads, they want to impress Man United. And some of them, Anderson's been nicked with one or two moves, they'll want to impress. But obviously it's a nice way for Casemiro to say goodbye as well. He's had his ups and downs at United, but he's a top player.
Has the football left him, or?
No, there's plenty there. Listen, like every footballer, he's had his ups and downs at United, but he's recovered well and been a good pro around the place. Added lots of goals to his game, of course, over the last year or two. But yeah, sad to leave him go, but it's 100% the right decision from the club and from the player.
OK, they're about to head out at Old Trafford. First of 6 games for you this afternoon here on Sky Sports, culminating in that big game at St James's Park later on, where West Ham will try to get out of the bottom 3 with a win over Newcastle. But they're on their way. Manchester United against Nottingham Forest. First up for us this afternoon with Gary Neville and Rob Hawthorne.
A sunshine day in Manchester and an unusually draws towards its conclusion. It allows a couple of trophies. Primary objectives achieved by both. Casemiro's goals have helped Manchester United to qualify for a Champions League campaign that he will not be a part of for them next season. Whereas after all of the concerns over dropping out of this division, Nottingham Forest have ensured that they will be playing at this level again. And we still await the rubber stamping of Michael Carrick's appointment as United boss, after all the speculation that they would go for a manager of higher profile and with a bigger body of work. With his full-time appointment imminent, Michael Carrick makes 3 changes to the United team that drew at Sunderland. There are Belgian goalkeepers at either end of the pitch, with Senna Lummens having made his mark in his first season here. Luke Shaw is now 1 game short of completing a whole Premier League season in the team. Diogo Dalot returns on the other side today. And it promises to be an emotional send-off for Casemiro, who bows out at Old Trafford, having scored 3 times in his last 4 matches here. Bruno Fernandes comes into the game 1 short of equalling the record for Premier League assists in a season. Joshua Zirkzee drops out of the starting lineup, with Brian and Burmo aiming to end an 11-match run without a goal. Among the substitutes, Tyrell Malacia is another player set to depart Old Trafford, and there are uncertain futures for Zirkzee and Manuel Ugarte too. Nottingham Forest's Premier League status secure, Vitor Pereira looks to complete the season on a high. Matt Sells has been overlooked for the Belgian World Cup squad, despite appearing in qualifying. There's still no Murillo in the squad, but they are reverting to a back 4 after the draw against Newcastle. Morgan Gibbs-White makes his return after the horrific head injury. Ibrahim Sangare and Zach Abbott are also available again. Gary certainly made himself a popular figure here.
He has, and he's going to get a great send-off today, and you sort of watch him in these last few months. It's been incredible at both ends of the pitch. You see his goals, but he's equally as important defensively in his own box. And it just makes you think what a player he would have been 7 or 8, 9 years ago at Real Madrid. We obviously watched him, but incredible, and he's going to be difficult to replace. And that search will have started, I'm sure. And a man who is on that list, I imagine, is Nottingham Forest's midfield player, Elliot Anderson. Yeah, he'll be right near the top. And the problem for Manchester United will be that they won't be the only club in for him. The standout player for Forest, been fantastic for England. He'll be a stalwart, I'm sure, this summer in England's World Cup team, and someone who is on show today to the Manchester United fans, who I'm sure will be desperate to bring him here.
Still waiting confirmation of the 2-year contract that Michael Carrick is expected to get, with an option of a further year. Casemiro soaking in the scenes. Came here as a 5-times Champions League winner with Real Madrid. Couldn't replicate that kind of trophy with Manchester United or even a Premier League, but he's been a key part of trophy wins, cup wins at least. And here's Nottingham Forest to get this final game of the season at Old Trafford underway. That's a clearance by Martinez. There's Amari Hutchinson. Field by Dominguez, and Casemiro having his first involvement, which is intercepting. And a little combination there with Kobbie Mainoo, who must be a player who's benefited from playing alongside him.
I have to say that they play really well together, and that sounds like sort of obvious, but the way in which they actually do combine and just play passes to each other, sometimes you very rarely see midfield players in combination or even front players in combination, but when you do, that's when I think you start to get sort of really interesting patterns to move forward in a football team.
And it's probably what makes it all the more inexplicable that Mainoo didn't really play in the first half of the season.
Yeah, they're on the same wavelength. I think will go down as sort of Ruben Amorim's biggest error, I would imagine. The system will get mentioned, obviously, but just completely and utterly ignoring Kobbie Mainoo becomes more of a bizarre decision by the week, particularly when you see him in combination with Casemiro.
There's Milenkovic. Wood slots it through, looking for Igor Jesus. Nottingham Forest have made fast starts here before. Milenkovic scoring in the second minute of a victory, and a couple of seasons ago they were 2-0 up inside 4 minutes, only to lose the game 3-2. Header on there by Jesus. Here's Chris Wood, who got the winner for them here last year, and reaching out was Harry Maguire, who's just got his new deal at the club.
And I like Nottingham Forest a lot more when he's in the team. Just gives them that presence up top.
Wood started the season with a goal, but has missed a significant chunk because of injury. Never got to play for his former boss Sean Dyche when he had his spell in charge. This is Diogo Dalot, restored to the team today ahead of Mazraoui, finds Casemiro. And now Mateus Cunha, played for the visiting manager Vitor Pereira at Wolves. Cunha with Mbeumo ahead of him. He wasn't sure which way to go then, Brian Mbeumo. Now Morata. With the layoff that didn't come off. Maguire. Casemiro. And this is Dalot. Mainu to Shaw. Martinez. Another one whose future here was uncertain, but has done enough to ensure that his stay here is prolonged. Cunha finding Luke Shaw. Clearance by Hutchinson. Martinez going in for that challenge with Chris Wood. Lost more than his boot and was expecting more from that coming together from the referee. Bruno Fernandes, the Football Writers Player of the Year, the club's Player of the Year as well. First player to win the Sir Matt Busby Award 5 times, overtaking Cristiano Ronaldo and David De Gea in the process.
Yeah, he's been the one big success that Manchester United have signed in this last 10 or 12 years. It's been incredible.
He's got on the end of that long ball from Casemiro to find Amad Diallo. Here's Diogo Dalot with the cross. And Anderson reaches out to try and clear. Fernandes hooking it back in instantly to keep the pressure on Williams. Shaw onto it. Luke Shaw! Well, for a player whose career has been littered with injuries, this has been one to remember, and ever present throughout. And he's finishing it with a goal, a long-awaited goal too.
Yeah, it's a real rare event, a Luke Shaw goal. And it's a good goal too. His teammates, I think, joking with him, saying, "What are you doing up there?" I mean, initially, he comes back into Bruno Fernandes. Is it just here now? Man, it's not the best cross in the world. He almost scoops it up. Williams gets it clear, and then I don't know what those 4 Nottingham Forest players are doing. They almost stop. I think they think that Luke Shaw's going to hit it first time. He goes to hit it, but then he just sort of pulls it down, ends up with a bit of space. And they're out to him late, but he still has a bit to do. And quite often you'll see fullbacks slice those, drag them, make a mess of them. But this one is a real sweet, perfect contact by Luke Shaw through Milenkovic's legs.
His 4th Premier League goal for Manchester United. Want to catch you up now, Gary? It's his first since January 2023, when he scored in a 3-0 win over Bournemouth. Here's the mask to Morgan Gibbs-White. Not surprised he's having to wear that protection. That was a terrible injury he suffered from that clash with Robert Sanchez.
I just wonder whether some of the Nottingham Forest players are thinking, well, it's Luke Shaw, he's not going to shoot, he's not going to score, he might cross it. But they were really slow. There were 3 or 4 of them around the area and just didn't get out to him. He's caught them by surprise.
Tugging in the shirt between Diallo and Nets. There's the free kick given against him.
Yeah, I think he just pulled him back. Got his shoulder, I think. Just bounces and Anderson gets his body and then this little left arm on his shoulder.
Just trying to angle one
Luke Shaw.
I don't think Luke Shaw has entirely given up hope of being in the World Cup squad, even though he was snubbed from Thomas Tuchel's last selection. Here's Diogo Dalot from the other side, looking to make inroads.
It will be a struggle for Luke Shaw to get in, won't it? I mean, that last squad, when they were in that squad, about 53 weren't there?
Luke Shaw's only ever scored 4 goals for United. That's crazy.
Well, there will have been a 55-man provisional squad submitted already, but I think it was a little bit less than that last time.
I think it was 35 players were announced in that last squad by Thomas Tuchel, and Luke Shaw, Gibbs White, obviously out there as well, weren't selected, which I think makes it tough. Tuchel has sent a clear message.
Well, now on Friday. Surge here from Nico Williams. And he was stopped in the end by Harry Maguire, but he made very good progress then, the Welsh international.
Too easy.
Here's Casemiro. Casemiro, who as well as scoring in 3 of his last 4 here, has scored in 3 of his last 4 against Forest. And Brian Mbermo.
It's a bit of a mystery when Casemiro goes forward, set pieces that other teams don't seem to pay enough attention to him. He sort of seems free quite a bit, just sort of sometimes steals round the back. Because of the zonal marking, he ends up open at times. It's bizarre.
It was a header from a set piece that he scored in that first cup final that he won with Manchester United against Newcastle.
Just one goal to get an assist.
Martinez. Luke Shaw is probably one of those players who's benefited from not being overexposed in other competitions this season. Manchester United obviously made early exits from both domestic cups. They haven't had the distraction of European football, so they have been able to concentrate on the Premier League.
It's the most consistent and reliable Luke Shaw has been. You're absolutely right. I think next season they do need to sign a left back so that maybe he can be keeping a similar plan, because I do think if he played every 3 or 4 days he might break down again.
There will be at least 8 more games next season for Manchester United. It'll be the first time they've entered the Champions League since the new format was introduced. Here is Elliot Anderson, now Amari Hutchinson. This is Dominguez. Gibbs White. Williams. Back by Anderson. Morato.
Those 2 strikers are just pulling off in spaces and they're just not getting it delivered to them at the moment. Woods had to come short there to get on the ball.
From Jesus. Here's Dominguez. Wood with the touch. Taken wide of Igor Jesus.
Well, a really nice moment for Luke Shaw. Just building on this right-hand side to start with. They sort of part clear it, Nottingham Forest, on a few occasions. Nico Williams' header is into no man's land, and quicker, Milenkovic. Nico Williams himself, who made the header, they have to rush out there and really pressurise and suffocate Luke Shaw as he strikes. Take it for granted.
She's going to pull that ball across, which Dalot gets away to Casemiro. Maguire. Burmo waited for it to come to him. Morato tried to intervene. Here's Cunha.
Switch.
Sean. Cunha. Casemiro, unsurprisingly invited to shoot. Burmo.
No!
For himself this time, Fernandes.
As it comes to Bruno Fernandes, Burmo makes a run. Casemiro's in there, he thinks about it.
Casemiro. Touch back from Fernandes. It's Cunha. Bruno Fernandes, lay off this time to Mainu. Casemiro, every time he gets the ball, I think the cry is going to go up of shoot. Determination to get that one back has ended up giving it away to Chris Wood. Jesus. Hutchinson. Casemiro makes up for the initial mistake.
Mainu did well also, just to force Maric back into Casemiro.
Here's Burmo. Fernandes, Casemiro dragging it out wide. Fernandes again. Casemiro's name ringing out around Old Trafford. Here's Dalot. And Morato committed himself, and Amad Diallo's got away. He pulled it back into open space that Jesus had gone across to occupy. Shaw, in his determination to get there, caught the Forest striker.
He does well initially, Amad. Doesn't really do much, doesn't touch it. Morato just runs past the ball, and he's tried to play it back into where Cunha is at the edge of the box.
Michael Carrick, United's third boss of a stormy season, including Darren Fletcher's interim spell, but 10 wins under him, which is 2 more than the other 2 enjoyed. Men who have to sign off on the contracts, not just for Carrick, but the backroom staff as well. Here's Maguire. Records show that when Manchester United do score first in the Premier League this season, it can be hard, impossible even, to overturn.
They've got that long-standing record of when they go in at half-time here, up. They've never lost, have they, for I don't know how long time.
1984, I think it was.
It was under threat from Liverpool a couple of weeks ago.
It turned out to be the win that got United into the Champions League. Here's Williams, held off there by Cunha. The United man comes out on top. Cunha, who was part of Vitor Pereira's battle at Wolves to keep them in the Premier League last season, which he did. It was a difficult relationship for the two of them, though, because it was clear towards the end of that season that Cunha's future lay elsewhere. Martinez. Back by Anderson to Morata. Now Nets. Here's Milenkovic. Unusual for Nottingham Forest in their Premier League tenure to be playing a game without any jeopardy.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that. I don't get to watch them much live nowadays, but it's nice to see them here today. And looking at them, Gibbs White and Hutchison just they're going into pockets. Hutchison has done that on that far side. Gibbs White has come wide here, but they need to run past Wood, I think. Just cause a little bit more of a threat, and just hanging out here in sort of like their areas a bit too much.
There's Gibbs White.
Yeah, I think just the run he's making now, Gibbs White, that one. There.
And they found him. Morgan Gibbs White is in, and Lommans denies him an equaliser.
He was almost on cue.
And now United can break with Cunha. Fernandes to his left, two to his right. And Burma's made the run through the middle. It's Brian and Burma, and he's hit the post. Still it won't go in for him. Fernandes with a cross. And it's clipped clear to Casemiro, who follows it up and puts it wide.
Well, massive chances at both ends. The Gibbs White one, I just said, they're playing too wide, they're playing too sort of static. Make that run in between full-back and centre-back. That's the one that'll kill you, and he does. He's just on the edge of offside with Harry Maguire. It would have been tight, but Senel Armans does his job. Stands up straight, and then straight away from that, a big counter-attacking opportunity for Manchester United. And they get a couple of chances in here, and Burmo's first. Just can't squeeze it in that near post. It's kept alive. And Casemiro, he's just trying to control it as it bounces in front of him.
Well, to keep coming, but Kobbie Mainoo this time has found Dalot. Shoved aside by Nicolas Dominguez. Here's Gibbs White. Shaw. And Burmo back to Bruno Fernandes. Can't buy a goal at the moment, Brian Burmo.
No, it's interesting just watching him. Sometimes you think he's better on the right, sometimes you think he's better up top. He does everything right to go around the goalkeeper. Always difficult, I think, as you're falling away. So I'm told.
He was away at the Africa Cup of Nations when the managerial change happened, Brian and Burmo, but certainly helped Michael Carrick's reign to get off to the flyer that it did. But size of the drought is 11 games now. Here's Jesus. Bends one round looking for Wood. Martinez put his head in the way.
Yeah, Wood had just pulled off into a really interesting area. Just off the back of Martinez. Should have been found. It was a good space that he was in there.
3 goals he scored here, 2 of them for Burnley, and a couple of times he's scored in wins. Back to Hutchinson from Anderson. Anderson had the angle for the cross. Belted to clearance by Martinez. Anderson slots it between Cunha and Shaw. Just give Shaw enough of an advantage to get that.
Yeah, but that did come again, a run from Hutchinson making it inside Tron. He needs to keep doing that. Just opens up that space for the full-back.
Anderson. It's away from Casemiro. Cross comes back off Casemiro.
It's a couple of decent positions that Forest have found themselves in, with 3 queuing up at the back post there. Can't get the right ball into the box at the moment. But they're improving in the game.
Gibbs-White, Dominguez, Anderson.
It's all the fresh stream, you know.
Good record after scoring first. United not looking entirely secure. Anderson's corner met by Shaw.
Did well, Shaw. Just looking at the matchups in the box. It's a lot taller in there than those red shirts. You're just thinking this is going to be dangerous, but he does well, the full-back.
Dominguez with a cross, flicked on by Milenkovic. Gallo reacted. There's Amari Hutchinson. Milenkovic. Dominguez, who's scored in a Nottingham Forest win over Manchester United at the City Ground. They actually won 3 of their last 4 league matches against them. Drew the other one. Back across by Nets, cleared by Kobe Mainu. Caught by Hugo Jesus.
Gets up early, Casemiro.
It's a header from Casemiro that gave United the opening goal at the City Ground earlier in the season. Forest produced a response to lead before Amad Diallo volleyed in the equaliser in the 81st minute. It was Sean Dyche against Ruben Amorim then. And Lamans, well, he's got away with one there. He had that hiccup against Liverpool, didn't he?
Yeah, it was similar to that, where I think it was McAllister that day jumped forward and picked up a stray pass from him, and Elliot Anderson sniffing it out. He's entitled and should go all in there, because if he wins it back, they're in business.
What a hard-stopping moment that for the Manchester United goalkeeper.
One thing you can't say to goalkeepers in 2026 is, why are you playing out from the back? They're all going to play out from the back, but to understand the risk-reward of doing so, and particularly a straight pass into midfield like that.
Here's Mbermo. Escapes from Anderson. There's Diallo to Casemiro.
Yeah, there are times this season where Cunha and Mbermo have gone on runs without scoring, but they still do contribute during their performances. And that matters a lot. They still look like they want the ball. They're a handful.
He secures the ball so well for me.
Maguire. Martinez neatly away from Hutchinson. It's Bruno Fernandes.
You keep thinking every time Bruno Fernandes gets it in and around the edge of the box, he's going to be looking for an assist rather than a goal. A couple of times today, he's actually taken the shot on. Not sure that was the wisest choice that time.
Is that a risk? I wonder. He's so determined to get level with De Bruyne, and Henry might want to lay it off when he's in a better position to shoot. That's how close he is.
Incredible company up there on 20. De Bruyne and Henry, two of the very best.
Mainu. Elliot Anderson has done well to escape the attentions there. Here's Wood. Gibbs White, a little surprised, I think it got as far as him. Free kick.
Yeah, there's a mixture of tenacity and skill from Gibbs White. No longer are the days where you can just bully these sort of wide players. They've got strength. It's the talent.
250th league appearance of his career today, Morgan Gibbs White. 7 goals in the last 7 Premier League matches that he has started. Nico Williams had started to go over towards this free kick.
I think the difficult ones, these, for Anderson, is to put real pace on it. Sometimes can't get it up and down in time.
Got it in towards Dominguez.
They have got a height advantage in there, Nottingham Forest, and it nearly pays off. Yeah, Cunha there is just static in that sort of near post zone.
They're losing out. Anderson on the surge. Casemiro lost his footing. Anderson went down, but he didn't get a free kick from it. He's still on the ground, Anderson. And Casemiro, in the meantime, has won it back from Morgan Gibbs-White. And here's Maguire. And here's Fernandes. Bono forced wider than he would want to be. Anderson still not happy about what he saw as a challenge from Casemiro.
Look, in real time, I was watching it. It just looked like Elliot Anderson slipped.
Here's Wood.
The good thing about Elliot Anderson is he used to play in areas wide, so he's used to being able to run onto back fours. He's got skill, and the skill's good, but I think he just slips. His feet just disappear from under him. Just watch there. So yeah, that's why it wasn't a foul.
Got an education actually at the same club as Michael Carrick did. Elliot Anderson, both graduates of the Wallsend Boys Club.
Come on, Martinez, come on.
Sandro Martinez with the job of holding off Amari Hutchinson here.
Elliot Anderson, watch this with Mbeumo.
The bounce favoured Brian Mbeumo.
He's all by himself.
A little bit of frustration around that United couldn't keep the tempo going there for the break. Here's Shaw. Martinez. Casemiro. Fernandes was under pressure from Dominguez. No foul by Milenkovic, to Cunha's evident disgust. Short from Dallo. Maguire just got there ahead of Gibbs-White.
Yes, Big Show. You've taken everything.
Manu.
Taken everything. You have won everything apart from the league right now.
Anderson, Bono up ahead, Amad Diallo up ahead. Cunha making a run through the inside right channel. Fernandes drives it against Morata.
That's the one thing since Michael Carrick's come in and he's gone to this four at the back with the two in midfield, is that the front four, whether it be these four here today or Šeško in there as well, sometimes Mount's been up there, there's been a real threat on the counter-attack.
Šeško still at the moment sidelined by injury. This is United's first corner.
And Casemiro stood in acres of space.
And Martinez.
I think that should be better now. Yeah. You've won everything, bro, from under 15s, under 18s, under 11s, the women's team. The women's team just won the FA Cup as well. The men's team, League Cup. Everything, man. the Premier League is the only thing you've not won yet. So I think you're actually gonna have a parade on the 25th of everything that you won. That's mad. What a year you guys have had. You have won with everything.
He goes to ground early, Kobe Main. It's almost like a scissors motion, but he doesn't follow through with it. Just there, and the referee thought he might bring out a yellow just because of the motion going to ground.
Everything, man. You know what? I actually didn't want Chelsea to win that game because that would be like a cheat code to us to the Champions League, isn't it? Like for any top four teams that or any big team that spend billions and billions, right? And they've not managed to make it into the top four, so they relied on the FA Cup. I think we've been in that position as well. I always think that's a cheat code. They should only allow that if a top 10, not even a team outside the top four, wins the FA Cup. Give them the chance to go play the Champions League. That's not spend as much as the big teams. Give them a chance to go make some more money. But I'm glad Chelsea didn't win it, man. I knew Chelsea were never gonna win it, bro. What do you think of Alonso going there? Alonso's not going there, man.
Through to Gibbs White.
Martinez reads the game so well.
Some threat here, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, they have, and they've just accumulating set pieces.
Yeah, you won everything under 15, under 21, under 18s, women's, men's. Apart from the under 21s, we beat you on that one, so I'll take that one. I'll love that one.
With a corner.
Did you? Yeah, it's crazy one. I think Liverpool they're playing the loyalty card. Okay, because he won us the league or the sympathy card, if you want to call it that way. They don't really sack managers, Liverpool, do they? They're not a sacking club. They are not a sacking club, to be honest. To be fair to them, they don't really let go of players, managers like that. So I think they wanted to give him. Bruno, pass it to him, Bruno, man. Bruno, get in the box instead. Dallo. Oh. That's a massive leap from Ahmad.
Struggling, Ahmad. It's a decent ball in, but he's just going back the way before he makes contact. Just to go sort of 2 or 3 steps
Decent leap.
backwards, and he then struggles to get the power in to thrust it forward.
Yeah, Alonso, man. I don't know with those Chelsea players, but you've got a lot of Chelsea players with behavioural issues. You know what I mean? Like, if you think Madrid, obviously Madrid you can understand because they're all like superstars. They've already made their names. But Chelsea, you've got players that have not made name for themselves yet, but they have behavioural issues. I don't know how he's going to handle that. You've got Garnacho there. He's got serious issues, bro. Garnacho. Because sometimes the difficult ones are the whoa, Martinez again with the interception there. Martinez with the interception. Yeah, sometimes it's harder to manage smaller players than to manage the superstars. But I hope the club can back him to deal with that. Absolutely. Either it's not settled in yet, right? His teammate don't like him, or it's one of those things. It's one of those things. It's not settled. Like, I feel like he's not got friends in that team. Even Enzo Fernandez, who they came from the same country, Argentina, he doesn't look like a friendly guy. You know what I mean? Whilst at United, you had a group of family with you around you. They all treated you so well, and you still decided to fuck off to Chelsea. You see that it's gonna take this manager to see what he can do with them, or if he can build a team around them. I think Two minutes to play. Your West Ham Newcastle today. That's gonna be scary. West Ham Newcastle away to Newcastle United. Yeah. You know what? You know who could? Yeah. Who do you think is your player of the season at City? What do you think? Who would you give it to? Because Doku has come from nowhere. Remember this season, there was a point where he was on the bench. Doku was on the bench this season for quite some time, and all of a sudden Pep brought him on, and he just seized that position. And then Semenyo, since he joined, he's had on and offs. He's been on and offs. He scored some really important goals for you guys. He scored some really good goals, Semenyo, for you guys. But I feel like I feel like Nico Riley, yeah. I see that as well from O'Reilly. O'Reilly has been consistent throughout. I think he's the one player that I'll say he's actually been consistent throughout the season. The only player I say I feel like he's not had a drop off. Sharky, yes, he's been really good. He's had his moment, right? And then you've got, yeah, if we go by the goals, yeah, it's definitely top scorer. But Alan has not been consistent this season, has it? He scored the goals, but performance-wise, you can see his frustration yesterday. He was frustrated because they didn't pass the ball to him at some point, and that kind of happened in a few games, in a lot of games actually, where Doku was just running or whatever. Semenyo, they weren't crossing the ball into the box when he had to leave the box to come and get the ball. So O'Reilly has been absolutely brilliant. I think, yeah, I think I'll give even Koshinov as well. Koshinov, that's his name. Um, he's been good. Gonzalez, Nico, whenever it comes on to replace Rodri, he's done all right, but it's not Rodri. Rodri, when he comes, he settles the team and he makes the team clicks. So I think I'll give it to O'Reilly. O'Reilly, yeah, you're right. For me, it will be O'Reilly because anytime you watch him, he plays even at a higher level or is consistent with his level. The way he was dealing with Chelsea yesterday was another one. But yeah, next season we be in the Champions League, man. Definitely now we guarantee the Champions League spot. The thing is now, can we compete with you guys with the additional 8 games that we got playing in the Champions League and the rest of the other games? Can we compete? Are they gonna spend money Are they going to give Carrick money to spend, get rid of some deadwoods? Don't know, but this season we've benefited greatly from not having a lot of games to play, one game a week. Oh, that would be brilliant.
That one direction all the way through season to season for 10, 15 years.
That would be
so that's
brilliant.
Just part of living at this.
If
life, really, but I think to be.
And you know what? You won't put it past Burnley. You won't. You cannot put it past. Burnley, since they've certified their relegation, right? You can't just. They've played better after they found out they're going down. You know, they're not staying up. They've played better than when they were just chilling in the league. So, yeah, don't give Arsenal a headache. Don't give Arsenal a headache. Why not? But I can't rule them out. I'll probably put money on them if I was a betting man. Probably. Are they playing away?
Kind of not playing football for a period of time to come back to finding his rhythm really quickly and getting used to playing and putting a level of performances. He needs a lot of credit for that because that's it's not such a simple thing to do and he's got better as the season's gone, you know, and there's still a lot more to come from him.
And do sometimes players need an arm putting around them and a bit more of that personal support?
It depends which player, but it depends what situation. I think there's
Copy them, for
example. There's no right or wrong of. Again, you're going back to the coaching side earlier. For me, coming in was more to give him the belief and the confidence that I've got in him, and over time keep trying to help him with certain things. But trusting him was the biggest thing, and hopefully he felt that from the start.
He said recently, talking about you, we want to die for him on the pitch. You hear a lot of players reflecting at the moment about how hard they want to work for you, and I know you're a very humble character and you don't like talking too much about the impact you made, but how do you think you've got the players feeling like that they want to work so hard specifically for you?
Hopefully they feel that I care about them. You know, ultimately we care about the players, we care about each other, and we're here to do a job and get results and produce a fantastic football team. We want the best football team, but certainly me and my staff, we care about what we do, and so I think that element of that connection ultimately, it's about people, you know, whatever role you're in, whatever job you're in, whatever organisation.
Yeah, I watched it, bro. Let me pause this.
Trying to lead in a way where they want to be part of it and they want to give that little bit extra for you, and it goes the same for me into the.
Let me pause that quickly. What's a goal by Shaw, bro?
The only real bit of quality we've seen so far.
Gets his arm out the way as well, doesn't he? It's a really good technical finish, that. The way
This is the angle from here. Looks beautiful.
Cuts across it.
Lovely, that.
Lovely technique.
Yeah, I watched it, bro. Yo. What's it? Bro, I woke up, right? I think I saw the Net Diaz fight. But Ronda Rousey, was it 70 seconds? Bro, that match, for me, it feels like it was staged. It was fixed. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. And it feels like a staged fight. Like it was fixed. Like for her to just make a name and come back. Oh, look. I did it in 70 seconds, so now who wants it? So I think they prepared for a bigger fight for her. For a bigger comeback. You know. And it's all politics now, bro. It's all politics. And then Dana White announced Conor McGregor, fighting in July. Like, nobody cares about Conor anymore. Nobody cares about that. Who wants to see Conor McGregor fight? I don't. The guy is full of, whatever you want to call it. He takes so much stuff. I don't want to see Conor fight. Same as this boxing now these days. A lot of these boxers like Dylan White, I don't want to see them fight. They've passed it. Like they're just doing it that for money. They're not. It's not even for passion anymore. So I don't want to see Conor fight. You can announce Conor, or you can put him in the biggest stage of Wembley or whatever. Nobody. I don't think that'll get any traction either. To be honest with you, I don't think it will get any traction. How can you give somebody like Conor McGregor a stage after being convicted of whatever, you know, whatever he did to that woman? How can you still give him a bigger stage in, you know, in world sport? I don't get it. People get away with so much shit, bro, for some reason. Like nobody, I wouldn't want to watch that. But yeah, last night I watched the Rousey fight. I just thought it was fixed, man. I was like, I actually tweeted that, sent a post. I was like, what a waste of my time. It's the worst main card I've ever seen in a very long time, especially in the female category. You know what I mean? If you watch the last female competition between, I think it was Amanda Nunes, the Brazilian girl, and some girl from America, I think. Bro, that fight was so much better than this what he gave us last night. What a waste of time. I woke up, I watched it, I was like, it's the worst card I've ever seen. The worst card, bro. But everyone was saying the same in the comment sections as well. Everyone was saying, what? It's like, is this fixed or something? 17 seconds. Yeah, there you go. You can see on the screen. I've got it on my screen as well. 17 to stop. And Carano got up and started smiling like, what the actual hell? What are you smiling for? You just lost in world stage, right? In one of the biggest broadcasting channels. You just lost, and she got up smiling. Okay, now, like, okay, I gave this to you, I gave this week to you, but let's do it again. Fuck off. And by the way, I don't think I'll be getting up. I'll be staying up again to watch any of a fight. None of them. None of that. You know, if you want to take it back to that Brazilian or Argentine lady, they can do it again because she whoop her again. What's her name? Amanda Nunes. She was very good. She's a very good fighter. But maybe what they should have put Rousey in a boxing ring to fight the GOAT, Clarissa Shields, and get her ready slowly to come back slowly. But what they did to her yesterday, this morning, I would never. I wouldn't waste my time watching her anytime. No time at all, bro. But anyway, Michael Carrick has got a job now as well. What do you think of that? Oh shit. Oh shit. Let me check it. Bro, that's empty, bro. Yeah. Jeez. You see what I mean? Nobody want to watch these people. It's politics, man. And they make the tickets so expensive as well, right? No wonder they were giving them away. She's no longer an household name, man. She has absolutely no one will be spent at. I don't know. Don't know. I think she should focus on taking care of her kids, being a great mom, but or do coaching, do some sort of coaching, but not step in the ring like that. That was ass, absolute ass. Yeah, I've just seen it, bro. And the McGregor fight is going to be the same as well. The corner fight. Oh, Brighton are walking into the league now. Brighton are coming through. The next games are going to be absolute. So we've got Brentford, Crystal Palace, European football chase. They're all chasing their dreams, bro. Yeah, That's the news from various journalists like Fabrizio and Sky. The guys at Sky Sport, and yeah, and you just get the feeling that he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it because the players, I think they're absolutely backing him. You got a feeling that because he's getting the best out of these players. The players are backing him. That goal from Luke Shaw is brilliant. Did you see the goal from Shaw? The man's finally completed the whole season without any injuries, Luke Shaw. Can you believe it? That's why we need another left back next season. We can't let him play every single game next season. We cannot let him play every 2, 3, 4 days. If you want to protect him. Players are coming out.
Yeah, I think that'll be the next step for Michael Carrick. Obviously, reports that he's close to signing that new deal. I feel as though they're very good in a low block. On transition, they do well, but then it's, can you go to the next level? Can you step it up a gear? And I think that's what he'll need to do next season, especially with Champions League football.
There is a threat from Forest.
Yeah, but they need more of a threat. I think there needs to be a bit more belief in Forest. Sometimes, obviously, towards the end of the season, lads going through the motions. But there would be chances here if they just speed up their play a bit. They got 1 or 2 opportunities, and Wood's got to have a better first touch, and they can certainly cause United problems. But the worry is for Forest, United always think they've got goals in them.
So those 4 3 o'clock games on the way, and then at 5:30 is Newcastle against West Ham, and then the second half from Old Trafford. Go back to Gary and Ron.
Well, the primary objective for
Yeah, he's always turn up. Pep was there as well. It was actually, they took it seriously. It was a shame they played it in that small stadium, for City. It was a shame because I think the whole of Manchester would have gone on to watch that games if it was either at Etihad or Old Trafford. But the construction that's going on around the Etihad is making it impossible for certain things to happen there at the minute. Yeah, it was good to see them, and the City kids, they did absolutely brilliant, and for Pep to be there as well to watch them. I keep remember when I told you last time. Let me pause the sound. Remember what when I said to you, I think it was a few weeks ago, when I said these 2 academies are the best academies in the country, right? City and United, they've got the best academy players. Yeah, and however, when you look at the City academy, the way they play the same way as the senior team. They keep the ball and they suffocate you. So overall, as a team, City has got a better setup as a team, whilst a United, the academy players, individually. Oh, here we go. Is that goal coming? Come on, man. Mbomo! Oh my days! How did you miss from there? How did you miss from there? But anyway, back to what I was saying there. So individually, I think United have got better players than City Academy, but they're not playing as a team. Absolutely, in the country they've got, because I've watched that few academy, and Chelsea are becoming a threat as well in the academy setup, but they're not using their kids as much. But the setup at City and at United are completely the opposite. And whilst United, they teach individual players to just show off, you do your thing, right? But City, they say you are part of a team. Make sure you keep the ball, you find your man. And if you look at the game, United were just when they get the ball, they were just trying to put the ball up to someone. While City were playing from the back and getting the ball, doing their passes, and then score. I was like, yeah, I was saying this the other day, man. And you watch them, that's exactly what I saw. And you saw this, you will see the same thing with the senior players, with the first team players. When they play a City, they'll keep the ball, they make you chase for the ball, they'll punish you after that. Whilst United, they'll counter attack. You know, we played a low block. We played a low block, but we tried to counter, but the counter wasn't working because City were keeping the ball so well.
United season will conclude at Brighton, who knocked them out of the FA Cup here earlier this season. Forest will bring down the curtain against a Bournemouth team for whom Andoni Iraola will be in charge of his last game, and possibly with Champions League football still on the agenda for them. Here's Milenkovic. Forest themselves were in the bidding for Champions League football at the end of last season. Didn't work out for them. It's been a very different campaign this year. Their domestic form may well have been affected by their progress in Europe, which was significant progress, getting to the semi-finals of the Europa League. Here's Dalot. Mainu.
Some thoughts at half-time from going from Micah around Forest. I think teams that have come here and got joy, you have to really commit and show some belief in your attacking. And Forest have sort of got
Oh, Bruno, come on.
just got that extra yard that you need. There seems to be that desperation so far in this game from the away team to get that goal.
Yo, have you seen his recent videos? Yeah,
Disrupt United a little bit more. I always get the feeling that United will score again.
bro. Have you seen Harris playing recently? The videos I've posted recently, bro. In the last 2 weeks or the last 3 weeks, yeah, I've seen so much progress, bro. Yeah, the way he's thinking now, the way he's looking for goals, the way he's, the way he's bullying people off the ball, whatever he's doing right now, I'm just standing there like, what? Yeah, this kid, man. This kid, yeah, I've seen so much improvement, and even the coach was like, yo, he's rapid. I said, I know, he's rapid. He loves running, and when he gets the ball now when you push him off the ball, he doesn't crack. Before he used to be like, nice, like, come on then, let's have it. It's improved so much, man.
As it fell for him. Maybe.
Wood turned his back on it, did enough anyway.
Yeah.
Wood with the flick on, but gives wide.
It's not been training the past 2 weeks, I see, because they played at home 2 weeks ago. Oh no, last week. It was a home game, wasn't it? And this week because of the FA Cup. So they don't really train. Sunday, bro, he's now putting crosses as well now. Picking out his own teammate.
In the summer for Manchester United is what do they think of their current centre?
But he looks sharp on the right. He looks sharp on the right at the minute. He looks so sharp on the right. And when he gets the ball, he just tends to turn onto his right. Right? And he's lethal in front of goal as well now. Because the past 2 weeks, he scored about 12 goals. The past 2 weeks, he scored 12 goals. I'm only posting like a few of them, and pinging some assists as well. He's pinging in some assists. It's like, did you see that? Did you see that? You know, he that winger, but even defense, like he get frustrated when he concede a goal. You know, if a ball pass go past him and the ball goes into the net, he gets like, wow, you can see it like talking to himself. Oh, they scored. But yeah, we're just watching him at the minute because obviously he can't play defense because he'll be too small for. I don't know how tall he's going to be, but I think for set. I mean, if he turns out to be like Luke Shaw's height or Dallo, then yeah. But yeah, it looks like a Doku. You know, the pace. It looks like a Doku or oh, they scored. Bloody hell. It's been coming. It's been coming, bro. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. One one. One, man. Come on.
He thinks with a forward's eye, and that is a wonderful cross. It's delicious. Unmissable from Morato. He steals in ahead of those United defenders. I think it's Harry Maguire.
Damn. But anyway, not like we need this point. I just want Bruno to get an assist. If Bruno get an assist, let them score whatever they want. You know, we can lose this game. It's not offside. Is it? Yeah, it's not offside, man. It's all good. It's not offside. 1-1. Oh! Cunha! Is that handball? So it's, yeah, they might disallow it. Nah. It's not handball. It looks it, but it looks like underneath. Yeah, handball, yeah. Oh, the rules are so. See it. You can hear Gary Neville, right? It's a goal. It might stand. Yeah, but you can hear Gary Neville. He's already planting the seed in Vast's head, telling them it's not. I don't get it, this guy, man. You're United through and through. What's wrong with you? Just call it as it's a goal. He didn't control it. He didn't. He was trying to get his arm out of the way as well. If you think about it, he's trying to get his arm out of the way. It's a goal, man. It's got to stand. It's got to be a goal. It's a goal.
After review, the decision of goal stands because the handball defence is accidental. The final decision is goal.
It's a goal. What's Gary Neville doing, bro? No, but it's a goal, bro. Yeah. He didn't control. He didn't have control with his arm, right? It's a goal. Gary needs to shut up, man. He then hit the ball and he hit two of Forest players, and then Gary, shut up, man. Somebody tell Gary never to shut up. Oh. The VAR are going with what Gary Neville is saying, right? In real time, I saw it was a handball. But actually, the rule, according to the rule, it's not handball. He's telling the refs how to do their job, Gary Neville. Shout it. Honestly. There's always some sort of controversy going on. If that was first use. No, it's true, right? It's true. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. I'll be fuming if I consider that kind of goal. But yeah, we saw handball, but the rules are different. The rules are different, bro. Yeah, I'll be fuming if we consider that. But then the amount of time that we've had shit go against us as well, bro. Come on. Forest are fuming, man. I want that Bruno assist. Would you take Elliot Anderson to the World Cup?
The man who got the reprieve, and Burmo takes this corner. Centre of the main talking point.
I don't think Shesko is even on the bench today. Pass. Pass. Wow! Whoa, come on! Yo, the assist was there for the taking. The assist was there for the taking, bro. Bruno went. Bruno went was straight down. That's funny.
Burmo's got the assist for United's second goal, but in controversial circumstances.
Oh, that's funny. Bruno watching his assist record fading away in real time. That's the reaction we have just seen there. Oh. He's drifting. All season, man. Yeah. Fact, they've been poor. They've been poor all season. But if you're Arsenal fan, you won't say that. Right? If you support Arsenal, you won't say VAR has been shit all season. You cannot say that because all the decisions have gone Arsenal's way this season. Come on, Kobe. VAR has been shit, so are the commentators. Like commentators like Gary Neville, they've done not good to VAR. They're absolutely not good to VAR. It's one of those things where come on. Yeah, I absolutely understand what you're saying, and they've been, man, you, especially you, you've been saying it all season that the VAR has been shit all season, and we've seen it, but only when but when Arsenal plays, it's a completely different VAR team. Like the rules changes to suit Arsenal's game, whatever Arsenal wants, they get, you know. And some of us have been on the other side of where we just everything goes against us, like bam, 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 like to the point that the managers had to come out, the clubs had to come out, the hierarchy had to, speak up about it, say, yo, we're gonna pay people to actually check what's going on with these VAR teams, PGMOL, you know. I'm sure even Pepper said something about VAR when Arsenal play, but it's just different.
Maguire, who picked out Bruno Fernandes. He's picked out Cunha.
He's having a go at Cunha, Bruno Fernandes. He thinks he can play it back into him as a 1-2. We're right behind it. Cunha actually, I think, sets it out into that far corner. It's a decent block. He wants it back. Manchester United's captain. Not sure he could have got it back looking at that.
Come on, bro, let's get this.
Emerging to clear.
No.
Really by the
And let the
controversy.
customers come in to cook their own food.
Maybe some changes here might be
Yeah.
exactly what Vitor Pereira's side need.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it, man. I get it.
Awani, Sangare,
We want glazes out. We want glazes out.
trio coming on.
Or let the customer cook their own food as well.
He's the first one to leave.
It's been quite quiet. Haven't seen too much of him.
Dominguez is coming off as well, and so too is Chris Wood.
Chris Wood has been quiet this season as well. Triple substitution, triple subs. If you hate glazes, stand up. If you hate the Glazers, if you hate the Glazers, please stand up. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. VAR's be shit, like. But watch tomorrow. Arsenal play tomorrow. It's a different ball game on Monday, whatever they play. When are you guys playing it next?
There's Maidu.
It's got to take Kobe to the World Cup, man. I don't even get why people are debating Kobe going to the World Cup. It's got to be in there. It's got to start for England.
Shaw.
Oh, pass. Let's go.
Fernandes ball across.
Ah, handball.
It's going to have to be retaken.
Oh, there's a forest bottle there. You see the forest bottle? But that only applies to Arsenal. We gotta give it to them.
As you alluded to, Gareth, it's a good job really from Forest's perspective that their fate is already sorted for next season.
Oh yeah, they'd be fuming, and like we said, Manchester United had that goal against them, and it had mattered. They'd be fuming as well. I don't think any coach, there won't be anybody who played football, who watches football, I don't think, who will think that goal should have stood. Bryan Mbeumo's just controlled it, wedged it almost in between his hip and his arm.
I'm still going on about this, Gary. Gary. What's going on? Oh, Cunha. Unlucky Kobe. Come on, Casa. He won it clearly. Oh, nothing is happening for Mbomo today. It's one of those days for him. I feel like it's one of those days for Mbomo. Nothing is happening for him. Nothing is going his way.
Gibbs White with a cross. Jesus. Shown no way through by Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah, Friday. Can you do me a favor? Can you send me a list of your World Cup list? What's happening? Your list of the people you will take. I'm gonna do a video of that. Then I'll do a. Yeah, do me a favor, bro. Send me a list of. Send us a list of your squad, right? I think he's gonna take Henderson. I think he likes him. I don't know. Can he take him as part of his coaching squad? I don't know. But he cannot start for England. Henderson cannot start for England, man. No chance. He's done well for Sunderland, though.
Matches that he's played before this without scoring. Mbomo has only completed one game in full. Bruno Fernandes with the drive across.
He's got it. Mbomo's got his goal. Bruno's got his assist. He's got it. He's got it, bro. Bro, he's got his goal and he's got his assist. Damn. Masterclass, bro. Now let's make it 21. Mbomo, I nearly felt sorry for the guy, man. What the hell? So many. Bang! Wow. Come on, Bruno. Come on, Mbomo. Oh, Cass's gonna get himself a yellow card, isn't it? Oh, Forrest. Elliot Anderson assist, bro. Now we don't care. They can score whatever they want. Now we don't care anyway. They can score whatever goals they want, right? But yeah, like, what an assist for Anderson. Oh, it was a free, man. It was in no man's land, really. 3-2. Game on. Game on. 3-2. 1,000 goals scored in the league. 20. Top of the league there. League of, league of his own, bro. Must be very relieved, bro. Oh, Casa is going off. Oh, man. Everyone is saying bye to him, bro. Ah, look at his son. It's been absolutely brilliant for us, man. Casa. Everyone got up, man. Salute, my brother. Man is in tears, bro. He got that yellow card, innit? More goals. Yo, clever play by Bruno. Big time, bro. Big time. Big time. Yo, Bruno has taken over KDB's record. What do you think? How does that make you feel? Yeah, Silverman. Stones is leaving as well. Yeah, I read that yesterday after the game. Oh, can you? Yeah, I can get it. Daku! Come on, ref.
What a crossfield pass that is. There's a load of Forest play, just drives it through the middle of them. Goal for driving it and punching it through some trees.
Yeah, Silverman. You're gonna miss Bernardo Silverman.
Bruno Fernandes, Dorgu, who's been awarded Manchester United's goal of the season. This game was still to be played, and the Brighton one.
Oh my God. Yeah, man. Yo, when next can that be broken? When did it? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. KDB, what a player, man.
Who's scored already, now playing behind Awani in the middle of the trio that are, with McAtee to his left and Dylan Bakwa to his right. Still potentially could be something in this for Nottingham Forest, who are very...
You know, I would have loved for Carrick to give the kids a chance today, but I also understand why he's not done it. Bruno's getting frustrated.
Just get a warning.
Yeah, yeah. I think alphabetical orders now plays a part. Bruno.
Awani back by Martinez.
He's got to win the player of the season. Well, he's won it already. Yeah, like, come on.
Slip by Sangari. Zirkzee. Fernandes. Could he get another? He's tried to play.
Oh, it slipped. It slipped. I would love to see Zaxi score a goal, though.
Who's just hanging out to get the ball when the attack breaks down for the opposition.
Most kids in the schoolyard want to score them, though, don't they?
Yeah, he was, in it, Harry Kane. 20 goals, yeah. 20 assists. Harry, you've not got...
Sangari.
20 assists, yeah.
Cross.
20 goals, 20 assists. Oh, is he gonna make it? Oh, no, I'm watching this game for now. After the game, I'm coming. Okay. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Unlucky. You've not got.
Oh no, my Papa. Daddy. 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 Daddy, Daddy.
No, you're not there.
Daddy. 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 What? No.
Yeah, it's a tough record to beat. Because look at, I mean, how long has Henri stopped playing now? How long ago? And that record still was hanging in there.
Mother.
Elliot Anderson has had a good game today. 8 minutes. Wow. 8 minutes. Oh.
Let's go. It's itchy. Ow.
Go get the cream. Go get the cream.
Daddy.
Oh, no. Woo. No. What, Ariel? No, I'm sitting here.
Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! Mama! 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 Mama!
What?
On by Fernandez. He slides across the front of Joshua Zirkzee. He's going to get the free kick there. Anderson had impaired his ability to take the return ball, and Anderson is cautioned as a result. Fernandez with the kick. Mounts.
Checking a penalty in there, I think, but not sure there was anything in that. Chances in the second half.
Routine check that was cleared, and here come Manchester United again. It's Amad Diallo. Dorgu wants it pulled back, and it was for him, but Nico Williams frustrated him.
Unlucky.
Gets away from Morato. Dorgu, Zirkzee, and still.
Oh,
Williams coming across with the last ditch.
come on, Zirkzee.
If you're looking in the defence wondering where Milenkovic was, the answer is that he's still at the other end. He is playing as a striker as Forest do more than just see this game out. They're desperate for an equaliser. Gibbs White finds James McAtee. Bakwa can't get it beyond Lisandro Martinez. United still with about 3 minutes to hold on here.
Put it in a lot earlier in the move. Milenkovic was isolating Dallo at the back post.
Kept away by Mainu. McAtee. Martinez. Zirkzee finds Fernandez. Is he going to go for it himself this time? Well, Dallo's taken over. Oh, he's hit the post! Well, presumably that would have been another assist for Bruno Fernandes, and so close to it as well.
Dallo runs into a cul-de-sac a little bit, Bruno Fernandes, but Dallo just picks it up off him. Hits it really well across the goalkeeper.
Can't take your eyes off it for a second at the moment. Milenkovic's cross is blocked. Now Dallo away. Dorgu. Sangari. Here's McAtee. Oh. Here's Dorgu.
It's poor from Dorgu because he had a switch on to Bruno Fernandes.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Appreciate for stopping right. Ooh. Come on. Give us the 21st assist. Zirkzee! Oh! Bro. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for stopping by. Wow. Unlucky, Zexy. Unlucky. We're doing sign language now, yeah, for the assist. We're all in. Go on. Old Trafford. We've seen it all.
With the cross for Brian Mbermo to finally score his first goal in 12 matches. In the end.
Old Trafford, we've seen it all, man. Wow. What a game. Bro, just checking if you got the assist here. I'm just checking if I got the assist. Bruno breaks the record. Equaling 20 assists. Yeah. What a game, bro. What a game. I'm so happy for Bruno. 68 points. We are now on 68 points, right? Forest, they've survived. 43 points. They're not going down. Forest are not going down. 43 points. They've done their job. This manager that they've got now has done his job. And the biggest game now will be West Ham United coming up later on. But you also got the other teams fighting for European football. Brentford and Palace playing. Brighton are still in there. Sunderland, Everton playing next. But yeah, thank you, Casemiro. I'm gonna post a video about Casemiro soon. Please check it out. Don't forget to check it out. I'll tag you onto this one. Actually, I think it's just been approved now. It should go through the. Yeah, they were checking. They were doing all checks on it. I think we are good now. No goals for Casemiro today. However, the brother cooked second half of the season. He's done it. But yeah, what a game. What a game. We are hoping for Burnley to win tomorrow or Monday, whenever they play. I don't know. So we don't see Arsenal win this game, man. But United won this game 3-2.
Done for us this afternoon.
Look, sure. Biggest smile ever. Got a few more games coming up. The next one with the big goal will be the West Ham game, which I'm going to stream later. I think I'm going to take a break from this one and come back for the West Ham game. We'll see what happens with that. This could cement West Ham relegation battle. Alright? You could see West Ham going down tonight. If they don't win this game, you can see them going down tonight. And then Spurs win their game tomorrow. That's it. That would be it. Yeah, check out the video later on. I'm gonna add it shortly. Once I'm here, go check it out. Please subscribe.